Hello everyone, welcome to SharePointCafe.Net. In this video, we will see about middleware in .NET Core. So what is the middleware and how to implement in .NET Core? So we will see in details. Let's start. What is middleware? Middleware is a component or piece of code that is written into an application pipeline to handle requests and responses. A middleware internally can pass the request to the next available middleware in pipeline. Middleware can also perform tasks before and after a component in the pipeline. So basically HTTP pipeline is the combination of one or more middleware. Each and every request to the application pass through the HTTP pipeline. For example, before accessing a controller, it's a controller, we use a middleware to check for authentication. So directly you can't hit a controller in MVC application. For example, in case you want to apply authentication and authorization, so you can use a middleware to check for that before hitting to controller. The real life example for middleware is that you can think of the joint in the water supply pipe as a middleware. Every flow of water is routed through a joint, just as any request and response in application travels through middleware. So how to implement middleware in .NET Core? In .NET Core, we can configure HTTP pipeline in configure method available in startup.cs file. We can have multiple middleware in one .NET Core application. So what are the methods and process to use that? We can use run, use, next method to add middleware in .NET Core application. So what are these methods? So use method is it adds a middleware to the application's request pipeline. Next method, it is method which is used to invoke next available middleware in your pipeline. Run adds a terminal middleware to the application request pipeline. Terminal middleware means there is no middleware to call next. So if you have to use the middleware in last, that is called terminal middleware, and there we can use run method. So run method to add a terminal middleware is app.run async context, and then this is the main the syntax to use the run method. Use method app.use async context, and another parameter is next. So you can see we have called await next. So this is a syntax to use method for middleware. So there are built-in middleware available in .NET Core, like authentication, it helps in authentication process, authorization, provides support for authorization, CORS for configuring CORS origin resource, cookie policy, session, static files, support for serving browsing static files, URL rewrite, MVC, OWIN. So these are the built-in middleware available in .NET Core. Order of middleware. It is very important to write the middleware in right order, because the order in which we write the middleware, it gets executed in the same order. Why it is important? Because there is, suppose you are using 2 middleware or 3 middleware, and the third one is dependent on first middleware. So the first middleware must be executed first and then the third one after that. But if you write the third one at the top place, then you might get an exception due to the order of middleware. So let's flip to Visual Studio 2019 for demonstration. So I have created a basic .NET 5 project in Visual Studio 2019, and I have opened a startup.cs file. There you can see we have a method called configure, and these are the middleware that has been used. So these are inbuilt middleware that we talked for routing, for authorization, for using or serving static files like image, JS, CSS. So let's try to add one middleware in our application. So what I will do, after use authorization, I'll copy this line, paste this line, app.use async context. The next parameter is next, await context response.write async. I'll add the namespace for that using Microsoft.ASP.NET core.http. So this is my first middleware I have added here, and now if I'll try to run this, it should print this on the page. Let's run this. So here you can see first middleware has been printed here. Now in a similar way, what we'll do, we'll add one more middleware and we'll see the change. So what I will do, I'll use app.use and async context next, then lambda expression. What I will do, await context, context, and then context dot response dot write async, and here I will write second middleware, then I'll call the next method. So whatever the next available middleware will be there, it will be executed. Let's run this. See, first middleware and second middleware. Next we'll add a terminal middleware. It means it will be the last. Run here, it will accept only one parameter, that is context. Then await context dot response dot write async. I'll name it terminal middleware. So run method is used for terminal middleware. Here if I'll try to call or try to add a parameter here, next, and if I'll call await next, it will throw me an error. See, request delegate doesn't take two parameters. So what I have to do is remove this next parameter, clear this line, and it is okay now. So run method is accept only one parameter, and it is used for terminal middleware, that is for last middleware. And let's run this and see the changes. So here we can see first middleware, second middleware, and the terminal middleware. So all our middleware has been executed successfully. So in this way we can add middleware to our application. So now we'll try to add custom middleware. So how we can do this? In .NET Core we have a ready-made template for middleware services. So what I will do, right click on project, add new item, and in search box type middleware or middleware, and you can see middleware class. Name it that like my custom middleware, and add it. You can see you will get this code in your custom middleware. Now how to add this middleware in your request pipeline? So we'll go to startup.cs file, and here we will write, so we have to decide the order, then app.use, and what is the middleware name? My custom middleware. See, my custom middleware. I'll click here for F12 and it will go here. So in this way you can add custom middleware, and you can add it to your request pipeline. So as the diagram shows here, request goes to first middleware, then with next method it goes to second middleware, and then third, and then so on, and then response comes in the same way from 3 to 2, and then to 1, and then finally the response will be there. Hope you like this video. Please like the video, Subscribe to our channel, share this video in your tech group. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.